Damn, Austin got this bitch bumping.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the channel. All right. Hello to my wonderful panel. I have Miss Vicky and Taylor Made. How y'all doing?
Hey, Miss Vicky.
Hey, Miss Taylor.
Hey, Chad.
Double PP.
What's
You looking
going
good
on
up there, Miss Vicky.
Look at Miss Vicky, child. Look at Miss Girl, where you going, Miss Vicky? You dressed in your red, child. You ready to go?
Okay.
Hold up, wait a minute. Hold on, let me do this. Look at Miss Vicky, y'all. Come on, Miss Vicky.
I like that dress.
Okay, you looking easy. Wait, don't count out Taylor Made now. Come on, Taylor Made.
Let's talk about it.
Hey, and y'all
you
wait.
You too, PP.
One time for your girl, PP.
PP in the house with the gold lipstick on.
You know it. Okay, y'all. So hello, everybody. How y'all doing? All the moderators in the building. She Radiance, Kizzy, Miss Vicky, Taylor Made, Gail, who else? Felicia, everybody, Julia. What's going on, everybody? LaMarcus say chat didn't get that girl who got R. Kelly locked up. Say that she like, oh my goodness. Welcome everyone in the chat. So, guys, I sent Miss Vicky and Taylor Made a copy of the actual indictment for R. Kelly earlier, and because I had never seen it myself, so if I'm gonna go over this and talk about it, I would like to have the actual document so I can look at it and know what I'm talking about. So did you guys get a chance to review it a little bit?
I reviewed it a little bit.
Yeah, I reviewed just a couple pages of it. I figured we could do it in real time. It is what it is.
Yeah, I looked at it a little bit, but I did see all the a lot of the documentaries that have been done and all that. So this is gonna be a hard one.
Yeah,
it is hard. It is hard. As I was looking at it.
And Miss Vicky, you're in Chicago. You're in the home city of R. Kelly, where it all began. What is it like? What is it? What's the word around Chi-Town about?
Ain't nobody going on with. We still gonna bump R. Kelly all day, every day.
Okay, let's talk about it.
The man has nothing to do with his music. Okay, his music is legendary.
It
So
sure is.
okay, Poochie Road. Everybody, y'all still gonna step in the name of love, Miss Vicky?
We still gonna step in the name of love and out there at that backyard barbecue, okay?
Okay.
Well,
We're
with
gonna
that
toot and a beat.
And we
oh,
still gonna
God.
we still gonna 12 play and sex in the kitchen.
Okay.
Come on,
y'all know this
somebody.
song. Okay,
Child,
which one is Toot Toot and Beat Beat? Which song was that?
Can
That's
I
the one I
get a
like.
toot toot? Can I get a beat?
it's the remix in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Hot and fresh.
Oh,
Yes.
I know. It's still with me. No, that's not it. Which one was it?
Now look, you guys, this is just our opinions. Nobody take, whichever way you're leaning. Do not get mad if someone is on the, thoughts are a little different. We don't want to be, having no
Right. Everyone
nobody
is
mad. It's just everybody's entitled to their opinion on this, okay?
Absolutely. I won't say I met R. Kelly. I went to his concert here. I went to 2 of his concerts here before he was ever all of the allegations and any of that. They were at the Alltel Arena, which is now the Simmons Arena. But I mean, it was when he had women coming down out the sky in cages, honey. It was a show. And we had the second time I saw him, we were right in front of the stage. Me and my homegirl, we was right in front of the stage. And I was standing in front of the stage while he was singing one of those songs that he sing. And honey, he came down and I was like, and he took my hand and he sung to me.
Did he? You'll never forget it, huh?
Look, and they had big screens, and you could see it on the big screen. And my homegirl was like, I want some. I said, girl, he don't want you. He gone now. He wanted me. But yes, honey, R. Kelly got on his knees, took my hand, and sang one verse of his song. I don't remember the song because, child, you couldn't tell me nothing about R. Kelly back in the day. Yes, I loved me some R. Kelly. I still like his music, of course. It is what it is. I don't know if I don't know. I never did see the video. Don't want to see it. Did you guys ever see the video?
I did see the video when I was some years back. You mean the video when the first video that came out when he was
allegedly supposed to be peeing on somebody?
Oh yeah, I seen the video.
that was real.
I seen the video. That video, it was going around. I seen the video. We had it on VHS.
Yeah, we had it on VHS too.
It was on VHS.
That's how long ago it was.
Yes, it was that long ago. Yes, one of my buddies had the video.
I never ever watched it, and I figured if I didn't see it, it didn't happen. I don't want to see it.
And I remember how he got off of that because they was trying to say it wasn't a mole or something so low on his back or something like that. If I'm remembering right.
Yeah.
That wasn't him. Yeah.
Cha. Well, R. Kelly. Well, he has been indicted, and it appears he's been found guilty because I also have the paperwork that they submitted on how they sentenced him. But for right now, we're going to go into the actual indictment and just we're going to read a little bit of it because this is not going to be a long show. We got a big show tomorrow night now. Listen, big show tomorrow night, Sweetie Pies. We have that special, that interview from one of Tim Norman's father's childhood neighbors. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow night, okay? But for right now, ladies, we're going to read a little bit of this indictment. Let me see here. And it starts out like Tim's indictment. Listen. It says, at all times relevant to this indictment, unless otherwise indicated. Now, they call it R. Kelly stuff the enterprise, honey. The defendant, look at that. The defendant, Robert Sylvester Kelly, also known as R. Kelly, and individuals who served as managers, bodyguards, drivers, personal assistants, and runners for Kelly, as well as members of Kelly's entourage, comprised an enterprise. The enterprise within the meaning that is the enterprise constituted a group of individuals associated in fact that was engaged in and the activities of which affected interstate and foreign commerce. The enterprise constituted an ongoing organization whose members functioned as a continuing unit for a common purpose of achieving the objectives of the enterprise. Did you guys read any of that part of it?
Well, I hope like that they're prosecuting everybody in the whole entire enterprise.
You say they should prosecute everyone in the enterprise?
Yep, right along with R. Kelly, since it's an enterprise. You know what I'm saying?
A few of them snitched. A few of them snitched right away.
Yeah,
I think his old manager and them, they start snitching right away, and those were the main ones that was getting the girl.
Mm-hmm.
A few of them did
so they did that so that they didn't have to get in trouble, right?
Right, they did that so they wouldn't have to get in trouble. I don't know.
So was he the only one in trouble though? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
So far that I've seen,
yes. As far as I know, he was the only one with it because he was the one allegedly sleeping with the women and doing whatever and holding them hostage. Welcome everybody.
But they helped them, but they did help him though.
You talking about the lady?
Correct. Helped him get the girls, you know.
I see what you're saying.
They did the recruiting and went and the actual going out to get the females.
Exactly.
They did the recruiting and the grooming. Couldn't help him with a RICO, so they couldn't hit him with a RICO, so they hit him with the enterprise. You know what? I guess so. That enterprise. Let me see what else this says about the enterprise.
Okay, come on.
It says the purpose of the enterprise were to promote R. Kelly music and the R. Kelly brand, and to recruit women and girls to engage in illegal sexual activity with Kelly. By promoting R. Kelly music and the R. Kelly brand, the members of the enterprise expected to receive financial opportunities and personal benefits, including increased power and status within the enterprise. I can believe that now.
Yep. He was paying them. That's what it was. He was paying them a stipend every month. And when his money started running dry, then they got funny.
You talk about the employees that was recruiting the girls, the women.
The girls and their parents. It's their parents. When his money stopped running dry, and he wasn't paying, so the girls were sending the money. I think either the girls were sending the money to the parents, or he was sending money to the parents once a month. I think it was $5,000 to $10,000 a month.
He was paying the parents money?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Child.
They all need to go to jail. Yeah, the parents, they picked out their kids.
Well, you know, they did. I didn't know. He literally did marry Aaliyah when she was 15 or 16, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yep.
And the parents knew about something. The child, what people won't do for money.
Yeah.
But in the olden days, didn't young girls
new days.
I know, but I'm saying, I'm just saying, it's not like it's totally unheard of. You know what I'm saying? Like,
wait a minute, Taylor, no,
okay.
No, we're not gonna do that, Taylor.
Okay,
Taylor,
okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, wait a minute, Taylor, I gotta take a drink.
Okay. Okay, I was just trying to give a different perspective, you know. Oh, you might be lit after this.
In the old days, what was you about to say? Go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, honey.
I was gonna say in the old days, young girls were married off. You know, even in other countries, don't they marry the young girls and stuff like that? So, I mean,
well, this is America, and this is 2022.
You're right.
We're not doing that.
Okay.
Yeah, they were, and in some places they were getting married at 14, 15 years old.
Can y'all still hear me?
Remember the color purple?
Yeah.
Mister?
Yes.
Back in the day, they sure would as soon as they come into their womanhood.
Woo, child. Okay. Well, I know they did. I know people they used to get married at 14, 13, 14, 12, 15. I don't know. You remember Loretta Lynn? Remember that movie? I love that movie.
Yep.
She got married to child. I loved Loretta Lynn and her movie. She got married to when she was like 13 or 14. So I know that's what they used to do, but that is just a crime, honey. They can't be doing that these days.
That's not now.
Get you a grown woman. Sucker.
And Big Mom's baby said that was not a real marriage certificate. So,
wait, say what now?
In the chat, Big Mom's baby, she said she said it wasn't a real marriage certificate. So I don't think that marriage was legal.
You talking about Aaliyah and
Yeah, Leah and
did they sleep together?
Oh yeah, they was bumping and grinding.
What's up, Chi-Town in the house? They was bumping and grinding, and I don't see nothing. He made a song. I guess that's it.
Yeah.
I remember she said, "Age ain't nothing but a number."
Yeah, age ain't nothing but a number, child.
Okay.
But if her parents knew about it, but that's a whole nother topic. We talking about the indictment right now.
Okay.
But I guess it all comes together, In high school, the young females was dating grown.
You better say that, LaMarcus. Hey, LaMarcus.
Marcus.
LaMarcus, darling.
That's true. I did hear that R. Kelly used to go to the high schools and stuff like that and be outside.
Yeah, that was in that show they did. That he used to actually go to the high schools allegedly. I mean, I just can't imagine. I don't understand why what I don't get though, what I truly do not understand, y'all, is why R. Kelly could have gotten any woman. Did he just not like older women? He just wanted some young girls? What do y'all think?
Let me tell you one thing. These young girls is fast. Fast.
Yes, they is.
R. Kelly already had this reputation, even after that first trial. So everybody knew, what was up with R. Kelly. And for these parents and women to send their daughters they would send them to his house. Something was wrong. It was a money grab.
I can't imagine sending my daughter to a grown man's house knowing what he's gonna do. I don't
and you gotta think too that younger girls are easier to manipulate, and versus an older woman. You can't tell us not just anything, but a younger girl, you can kind of mold them and shape them to what you want them to do. You know what I'm saying? So I think that might be it. And also, from what I heard, he's kind of slow a little bit too.
Yeah, I heard
that.
He
couldn't
like as far as education wise and stuff like that. I mean, he ain't that slow if he's doing all this, but I'm saying mental wise, he might be on their level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. So allegedly he couldn't read or write. Is that right? He couldn't read or write?
That's what they said.
He couldn't read. Honestly, he could write. Because he wrote his own music. So, but no, he couldn't read, and he probably couldn't comprehend. I know.
He slapped, who is it, Azrael, when he found out she wasn't 18. I did meet him at Mercy Hospital. He was interested in my friend. Remind you of Aaliyah. Tall, thin, light, long hair. Really? Okay. What is that? Big Mama's Baby is in Chicago, and she said she met R. Kelly, and he was interested in her friend who sort of put you in the mind of Aaliyah. Woody Allen, he married a really young girl that was his adopted daughter or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard that one too.
Elvis Presley did marry Priscilla at the age of 14, and he was 30.
Yeah.
Good golly, Miss Molly. No. 14 and 30? What the hell is going on around here?
And what about them white multi-million-dollar men? That man who had an island, and he was
Epstein.
Yeah. So R. Kelly isn't the only one.
So are you saying that old men are just old perverts? They just like young girls. Men are just some of them old perverted men.
Oh yeah, the old men perverts. Yes, ma'am.
So when men get older, is it that they automatically just want a younger woman? You think?
I think that they are attracted to younger girls because of what I just said. The fact that they're younger, they're more naive. They're going to be more willing to do what they want them to do. I think.
Yeah, but this is a new breed of girls, child.
Yeah, this is a new breed of
New
girls.
breed. They ain't as moldable as they used to, as the girls would probably have been back in the day.
Child. Now they saying he did the interview with Gail, and that pretty much sealed the deal of him being
Oh,
guilty.
child.
I can't remember what else she asked him on it. Gail get on my nerves, but I don't know. Do you remember Miss Vicky?
Yeah, that's that interview that he started crying, talking about I'm fighting for my life.
Really?
Yeah, that was that interview. That's where people had that clip, with him crying, talking about I'm fighting for my life. Yeah, that messed him up, child. That really did mess it up.
Well, child, it's not looking good for him. Let me see. Simply Johnny say, I remember that there was a girl, part of a family singing group, who he took under his wing when she was a teenager. He was supposed to help her with her career, but nothing ever came of it. Well, I'm sure something came, but it wasn't a career, unfortunately.
Was it the Sparkle girl? Simply.
Well, she wasn't part of a group, was she?
Oh, okay.
But child, that Sparkle was a mess too.
I'm not sure.
He probably promised a lot of women singing careers.
I don't mean to do that. He probably did.
And then you got to think too, if you're a young girl, you meet this famous man, he got all this money, you think you doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to anyway.
Trying to, yeah.
Child. Okay, let's read a little bit more of the indictment, guys. Let me put the full picture up there. Number 3, it says, in connection with the enterprise, Kelly and other members of the enterprise traveled throughout the United States and abroad to perform concert venues, to promote the R. Kelly brand, and to recruit women and girls in illegal sexual activity with Kelly. Number 4 says, when Kelly attended and performed at concerts and other events, Kelly and other members of the enterprise on Kelly's behalf invited women and girls backstage and to other events following Kelly's live performances. These women, they didn't invite me.
What you would have did if they did? Keep it real, PP. If he would have told you to come on back, would you have
I would have went, but I would say, R. Kelly, you is not, baby, you ain't getting nothing to look. I just want to go hang out with you, take some pictures.
If he would have invited you to the chocolate factory, you wouldn't have went.
Oh no, I wouldn't have went to his. He couldn't know. No chocolate would have been melted, but I would have took some pictures with it.
Not even if he took your hand and started singing in your ear.
He held my hand and sang. He did.
I'm talking about singing in your ear. So if he took your hand and started singing in your ear, they wanted to start melting.
Wait, say what you say now?
I said if he took your hand and started singing in your ear, you trying to tell me that you want to start melting?
Backstage, not
backstage.
Oh, child. You know what? No, I wouldn't did that.
If he went to the Piper, you wouldn't have did it.
I wouldn't have done it. I was gonna be strong. I had to be strong.
He just look at you and tell you he don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind.
I was like, I don't Child, I don't know, honey, but no, he couldn't have gotten no. I'm glad, and I was with some people, so no, he couldn't have gotten me. We was not gonna separate. We was all gonna leave together. So no, that would not have happened.
He would have distracted your friend.
Taylor May, no, he
LaMarcus.
What LaMarcus say, child? What LaMarcus say? Let me get in here and see what LaMarcus talk about. What'd he say? Wait a minute. R. Kelly wouldn't invite you backstage for bacon and grits, people. R. Kelly would.
She would have been the bacon and the grits.
Quit talking about my bacon and grits, my breakfast. Wait a minute, I done missed some comments. Hold on, what they saying? Meg Thee Stallion should watch that Gail interview with R. Kelly, but getting back on topic. I like Meg Thee Stallion. Magic, what they say? Magic Jack Maid, was he trying to dress girls as boys? I don't know about
Oh yeah, I've
Oh
seen
no,
that
we
in
see
that.
now. We gotta get into that. I
well,
don't know.
is that in the indictment? Big Mom, how of the indictment was supposed to be a 12-year-old girl, but they never brought the girl to court. Well, she was grown by the time that I don't know. That's why I made sure I had the indictment, because I hadn't really been following this. Go ahead, Miss Vicky. I'm sorry.
That 12-year-old girl, that was from the first case. They couldn't bring her in on this case. That was
Oh,
the girl that got peed
found
on.
not guilty. Okay.
Yeah, I think that was the girl that got peed on.
Okay. Andre, his wife, said she didn't know until it became beneficial to her. Okay, how is he gonna have women locked up in the house and his wife? I never knew R. Kelly was married. Did y'all know R. Kelly was married?
Mm-hmm.
I never knew he was married and had children. I just always thought he was single.
I'm sorry, I didn't think she was very attractive. I can't believe he was married to her.
I know, but she was his dancer.
But she was a good dancer, though.
She was the one in that cage. I remember at the concert, girl, that cage came down. That woman was all over that cage. And that was his wife.
That's probably how she got him, though, them dance moves. She probably was cold with it.
Super freak. Oh my God.
Yeah, she needs to be put under the jail as well, because she was at the house when Sparkle's niece was there.
But how you gonna know
the whole time? She was like babysitting her too.
Oh, you went to see her? She raised okay. She raising your son. Well, I don't know, child. I don't know. She was flexible. Yes, she was in that thing. The wife should be in jail with him. Okay.
Yep, I agree.
Drell was a professional dancer on reality show Hollywood Execs over 10 years ago. Yes, she was. She could dance.
Yeah, she could dance.
Andrea from Hollywood White. Yes, she could dance. Okay, let's read a little bit more of this, guys. Let's just see what else it had to say. It says, when Kelly attended and performed events. Oh, I read that one. Didn't I read number 4? Hold on. Number 5. When Kelly identified a woman or girl who he visited to see, who he wished to see again, he either gave his contact information to the woman or girl, or obtained her contact information, or relied upon members of the enterprise to do so. Following these events, Kelly communicated with certain of these women and girls by telephone, including through the use of traditional telephone calls, text messages, and FaceTime. As part of this communication, Kelly often requested that the women and girls provide him with photographs of themselves. Then number 6 says, Kelly and other members of the enterprise who also arranged for the women and girls to travel to see Kelly on occasion, including at concerts throughout the United States and related events. Child, they was traveling all over the place. Hold on, let me move this on up here. To facilitate their travel, Kelly directed the women and girls to contact a member of the enterprise, who then arranged travel for the women and girls. When the women and girls arrived at their lodging, which was typically selected by a member of the enterprise, usually included with them instructions. Damn. In addition, members of the enterprise took steps to ensure that the women and girls did not interact with other women and girls whom Kelly planned to see. Members of the enterprise then arranged for the women and girls to attend his concerts and positioned them such that Kelly could see them during his concerts. Well, they didn't position me. Wait a minute, y'all. They didn't position me. I was not a prop. I was a real concert goer.
Right.
I'm sorry, this is not a laughing matter, but this is weird. So he would get the girls, then he would put them probably on stage, or where I don't know. We have
he's just freaky. He have all these, so he would have multiple girls in one night.
Probably at the same time. Well,
he would have them. No, because it said that they wouldn't know about each other, but they would all be in one hotel at one concert in different areas, but not know about the other one. Child. So that'll make me think that he would just go from one and then go to the next. You know what I'm saying? Because he would have to see them all.
And they were so happy to be with R. Kelly that they didn't mind. Wait, Beauty is me said that was Kitty Jones in the cage. Okay. I thought it was his wife, child. Somebody say I used to watch the reality show that his ex-wife Andrea was on. Yeah, that growing up Atlanta hip hop or something. She danced her A off right in jail with him. Big Mama said, y'all, a lady who worked for Chicago Tribune wrote an article years ago saying that his wife Andrea was being held against her will, and her parents couldn't find her and hadn't seen her. No, his wife wasn't. She was married to him. It was those young girls, right, y'all, Miss Vicky?
Yeah, but I think he was mean to her too.
Yeah, he might have been mean to her, but she wasn't held.
But she wasn't held.
She wasn't
held.
Because didn't they have a baby together?
They got 2 kids.
They got 2 or 3. I think they have 3 children.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
I saw
3.
2 of them on that show. Drea married someone else when she was on her. Oh, she got married again? Okay, I haven't seen that. Okay, gone Drea and I got her another man, child. Okay, let me get through these comments and see what else they saying. Hey, everybody. Okay. Everybody just speaking. It says, when Andrea and her second husband broke, she went back to the Kelly name. Oh,
really?
Okay. That's what happened.
Ain't that something?
She Radiant's bringing the tea, y'all. Okay, Big Mama's baby said he did, but they all got a boob job, but just a nice person in life and everything. Who got a boob job? Maybe he like women with big boobs, child. Don't forget to thumbs up the live. Please do. They had 3 kids together. Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I thought it was 3.
I'm going to look up that article by Mary Mitchell, honey. I am. There's a lot of truth out here about the lying alleged females. I wouldn't call victims sorry. You're probably right. You're probably right, honey, because those women was crazy about them from R. Kelly.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, number 7 says, Kelly promulgated numerous rules that many of his sexual partners were required to follow, including the following. Here are some of the rules. The women and girls were not permitted to leave their room without receiving permission from Kelly, including to eat or go to the bathroom.
Damn.
The women and girls were required to wear baggy clothing when they were not accompanying Kelly to an event or unless otherwise instructed by Kelly. The women and girls were not permitted to look at other men and instead were told to keep their heads down. And the women and girls were required to call Kelly daddy. The enterprise operated within the Eastern District of New York and elsewhere, including overseas. Y'all hear that? They had to call him daddy. They had to hold their heads down. They couldn't look at other men.
Well, that was to keep control, so how other men can try to go behind you and holler at your girl, or you know what I mean? Men do that all the time.
Child, it sounds like 50 Shades of Grey went wrong. That's what it sounds like.
This show, like Big Martin said in Big Mama House, this show is some freaky shit. Simply Jordan said, I just hated how in the Aaliyah movie they tried to make it seem like Aaliyah was a little girl who was obsessed with R. Kelly. I didn't see that movie, but her parents ought to blame if they let them have an alleged wedding at 15 or 16. She never changed her name after she married her second. Talking about Drea. How do they have this list? Who gave them this? I thought R. Kelly couldn't write. Well,
exactly. It was his people's
he
going
can tell his
all
people.
These women.
Yeah, he told his entourage people, the enterprise, what he wanted, and they wrote it down. He was the boss. Most older women wouldn't go for that.
Nope. But he did have some older women, though.
He did. That one chick that met him on the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I forgot her name because she tried to write a book and profit off of it.
Yep, he did have not a lot though, a couple. But if you're an older woman too, depending on your self-esteem, you might, be okay with it because you want that lifestyle, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she left her husband for him. Remember that chick off the movie? Yeah, she left her husband for R. Kelly.
Who?
Mhm.
The older woman did?
The older woman, because I think she was like 30 or something
Yep,
like that when it happened. Yeah.
I do remember something like that. Yep, you're right.
Yeah. They say that was her mother and uncle. I'm not sure what we were talking about. He wanted a harem, a harem. Haley Hankerson is Alaire's uncle and Kelly's manager. Oh, that was his manager. And okay. Well, Beauty is Me got the tea. As Mama wait a minute. As Mama sought up to him saying she was her daughter and sent her to him, she knew. No, maybe she's saying Aaliyah, maybe. I'm not sure.
No,
No,
as
as it,
McClary.
yeah.
Oh, okay. See, I gotta do some more research. Andrea's second husband was named Brian McKee. Okay, she radius with the T. Do you guys remember that lady who paid R. Kelly fees a few years ago and tried?
Yes.
She, I think she
I
was out
don't.
in
What's up with
Yorkville.
that? What do you
She
mean
was
she
from
paid it?
Illinois. She was
She
from Illinois. I think she was in Yorkville, if I'm not mistaken. Yorkville or Aurora. And yeah, she paid that. Was it 350,000 or a million for his lawyer fees? She actually trying to sue him for that money back.
I did not know she was trying to sue him.
Yeah, she trying to get her money back for that bail. No,
She's not
ma'am, you
gonna get
can't
no
get
money.
it.
She's not gonna get no money because she shouldn't have done it.
Yep, she
I
put it
mean, why
up.
did you do it? He didn't
And
ask.
everybody was looking at her crazy when she did that too.
Yep.
Okay, he didn't make her do it. All right, methods and means of the enterprise. Among the means and methods by which Kelly and his associates participated in the conduct of the affairs of the enterprise were the following. Let's read a little bit of this here. Committing, attempting, and aiding and abetting the commission of crimes, conspiring to commit crimes, including but not limited to engaging in sexual activity with girls under 18 years old, engaging in and facilitating sexual activity without disclosing a sexually transmitted disease Kelly had contacted and producing child. Oh my goodness. Ooh, this video was so
Wait, it
good.
said
Yes.
without it says he didn't disclose a sexually transmitted disease he contracted.
That's what it said.
The herpes,
and,
honey. They said
and
they had
producing
herpes.
child pornography. Okay.
Ooh. So it says B, demanding absolute commitment to Kelly and not tolerating dissent. Obtaining sensitive information about members and associates of the enterprise to maintain control over them. Recruiting and grooming sexual partners for Kelly and isolating women and girls from friends and family and making them dependent on Kelly for their financial well-being. The defendant Robert Sylvester Kelly, was the leader of the enterprise. Child. And then it says, count one. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Count one, racketeering. The allegations.
Yeah, read that.
Allegations contained in paragraphs 1 through 10 are alleged and incorporated as if fully set forth in this paragraph. In or about and between January 1999 and the present, both dates being approximately and inclusive within the Eastern District of New York and elsewhere. The defendant, Robert Kelly, also known as R. Kelly, together with others, being a person employed by and associated with the enterprise, an enterprise that engaged in the activities of which affected interstate and foreign commerce, did knowingly and intentionally conduct and participate directly and indirectly in the conduct of the affairs of the enterprise through a pattern of racketeering activities as defined in Title 18 United States Code, consisting of the Racketeering Act set forth below. Racketeering Act 1, Sexual Exploitation of a Child, John Doe number 1. In or about between May 1999 and October 15, 1999, both dates were approximate and inclusive. Within the Northern District of Illinois, the defendant, Robert Kelly, together with others, did knowingly and intentionally employ, use, pursue, induce, entice, and coerce a minor 2 with John Doe 1, an individual who identity is known as the grand jury, to engage in sexual explicit conduct for the purpose of producing one or more visual depictions of such conduct, which visually depictions were producing using materials that had been mailed, shipped, and transported in interstate and foreign commerce. What does that mean? That went over my head, you guys.
I think that means they made a sex tape.
Okay.
Oh yeah, child. Okay, we did some stuff, honey.
So that's John Doe number 1.
Mm-hmm.
I believe they bought that girl back in 1999. Around that time, that's either talking about Aaliyah or they talking about that first underage girl that got peed on.
Wow. Who gonna read Racketeering number 2?
Go ahead, Taylor.
Okay, Racketeering Act number 2, Kidnapping, John Doe number 2. In or about between 2003 and 2004, both dates being approximate and inclusive within the Northern District of Illinois and elsewhere, the defendant, Robert Kelly, together with others, did knowingly and intentionally secretly confine an individual, to which John Doe number 2, an individual whose identity is known to the grand jury against her will, and induce John Doe number 2 by deceit and enticement to go from one place to another with intense secrecy, to confine her against her will in violation of Illinois crime code sections. So what does that mean?
They held somebody against their will, sound like it, and made them do things they didn't want to do. Kind of, let me see here. Individual whose identity is known to be grand jury against her will and entice Jane Doe number 2
secretly.
And go from one place to another. They took her from one state to another. Remember secretly. They said they had people in Florida and all that kind of stuff? I don't know.
He secretly did that, meaning like what? Nobody else knew? It was just...
Nobody else knew. Or the girl didn't know.
Okay, y'all can have it.
Let me see what they said on there. Where were these girls' parents doing all of this, child? Allegedly, some of them was getting paychecks. Are they all gonna put the kitchen sink and throw him in the enticement? I don't know what's going on. That's what I said, Alice. Everyone that they are talking about in this indictment were the ones that were on surviving R. Kelly. None of this is from the previous cases in which he was. Okay. Yeah, you can't be tried twice. So yeah, that makes sense. Where were these children's parents doing all of this? Spending R. Kelly money? It was also said that R. Kelly did tape all of his sexual escapades so that he would not get in trouble. So he could say that they wanted to do it, I guess.
Racketeering Act 3, Mann Act violation, is still with Jane Doe number 2. The defendant, Robert Kelly, committed the following acts, either one of which alone constitutes Racketeering Act 3. Transportation. In or about and between 2003 and 2004, both dates being approximate and inclusive, within the Northern District of Illinois and elsewhere, the defendant, Robert Kelly, together with others, did knowingly and intentionally transport an individual, John Doe 2, in interstate commerce, with intent that such individual engage in sexual activity for which a person can be charged with a criminal offense. And it talks about the violation codes.
Yeah, we ain't got to read all them codes. We'll go on down to B. Coercion
and enticement. In or about and between 2003 and 2004, both dates being approximate and inclusive, the Northern District of Illinois and elsewhere, the defendant, Robert Kelly, together with others, did knowingly and intentionally pursue, induce, entice, and coerce an individual, Jane Doe number 2, to travel in interstate commerce to engage in sexual activity from which a person can be charged with a criminal offense.
Racketeering Act 4.
Now this is a new person, y'all.
Okay, you gonna read that one, Taylor? You want
this another
Vicky?
person? This is Jane Doe 3.
Okay.
Yeah, this is Jane Doe 3.
Jane Doe number 3. Racketeering Act 4. Mann Act, Jane Doe number 3. In or about and between May 2009 and January 2010, both dates being approximate and inclusive within the Northern District of Illinois and elsewhere, the defendant, R. Kelly, together with others, did knowingly and intentionally persuade, induce, entice, and coerce an individual who had not attained the age of 18. Okay. To which Jane Doe number 3, an individual whose identity is known to the grand jury, but not to us, to engage in sexual activity for which a person can be charged with criminal offense to the violations of all those codes. He had a bunch of...
So Jane Doe number 3 was underage.
Yes, sure was.
I thought it was only 2 underage.
Well, that thing said was under the age of 18. Now, forced labor. Oh my goodness, this is forced labor. In or about between May 2009 and January 2010, both dates being approximate and inclusive within the Northern District. Okay, R. Kelly, together with others, did knowingly and intentionally obtain the labor and services of a person, to which Jane Doe number 3, by means of force, threats, or force, physical restraint, and threats of physical restraint to that person or another person, by means of serious harm and threats of serious harm to that person. They repeat themselves, or another person, and by means of a scheme, plan, and pattern intended to cause such person to believe that if that person did not perform such labor and services, such person would suffer. Hold on, let me get down here. Would suffer serious harm and physical restraint, and a combination of such means, and it violated that title. Then you got number 6.
This is still the same person, y'all. This Racketeering Act 6. Dang, they had her doing a lot.
Jane Doe number 3. Oh yeah, Jane Doe number 3 doing all of this here. Dang.
The underage girl. This is the underage girl.
Ooh. It says in or about May 2009 and January 2010, both dates being approximate and inclusive within that Northern District, R. Kelly, together with others, did knowingly and intentionally employ, use, persuade, induce, entice, and coerce a minor, Jane Doe number 3, to engage in sexually explicit conduct for the purpose of producing one or more visual. That's recording those videos.
Another tape, yeah.
Yeah, with visual depictions, and were produced using materials that had been mailed, shipped, and transported in affecting interstate. Yeah, sending those tapes all across from Chicago to Florida to everywhere else he was going. Racketeering Act 7. Here's a Jane Doe number 4. Somebody want to read that?
Racketeering Act 7, Jane Doe number 4. The defendant, Robert Sylvester Kelly, committed the following acts, any of which alone constitutes Racketeering Act 7. Transportation. In or about July 15th with the District of Connecticut. Oh, they were in Connecticut. The defendant, Robert Sylvester Kelly, together with others, did knowingly and intentionally transport an individual, to wit, Jane Doe 4, an individual whose identity is known to the grand jury, in interstate commerce with intent that such individual engage in sexual activity for which a person can be charged with criminal offense, to wit, violations of Connecticut General Statutes, section blah, 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 sexual assault in second degree. Wow.
So the same thing, just a different city.
Whatever state they hit. Wow.
He was global with it. He was going city to city, state to state. Oh my god.
Worldwide entertainment. Okay.
Worldwide. Oh my goodness. What y'all saying in the comments? Lamar says, seems like all are set up to me. Set him up with underage girls. Parents receive the money from R. Kelly too. Leave him broke so he can't fight the case. Well, everyone has a right to their opinion, Lamarcus, and that's what you think. That's what you think. They say this is sad. Neither was underage. Okay, they say they wasn't underage. Azriel's mother went so far as to tell her how to dress and how to seduce him. Now you
Oh,
know.
yes. I heard that too.
From Ike, the Ike and Tina love, what's love got to do with it? Now she knows she need her ass whooped. Okay, girl, can you imagine? I can't imagine.
No, it couldn't have been my daughter, but
Telling your young daughter how to dress and entice a grown freakazoid man. R. Kelly's a freak. Ain't nothing gonna satisfy you. Ain't nothing you can do to satisfy that man. He's a freak. Get used to those bars, Kelly.
that's why his music was so good.
Child, he was writing about his experiences.
Ooh, I didn't even know he was thinking about. He probably did everything he sung about.
I know. I bet he did. Now that we think about it.
I'm still gonna step in the name of love.
Me too. Me too.
You gonna step in the name of love?
I'm still gonna step in the name of love. 12 play and all that, child.
Yeah. Oh, cha. Whew. Well, y'all look. This is a lot.
It's a lot.
It's already an hour. We're gonna have to do this here in increments, you know.
Yeah.
Because
this is the case that he's already done got indicted for. So he's already guilty on this case. But just the FYI, he will be sentenced on, I think sentencing is on June 29th.
Yeah, there is something let me try to find that. I wanted to read just a little bit of let me see if I can find that sentencing document. Hold on, guys. I had 2 documents. Y'all can keep talking if you want to. Hold on.
And I hate that they want to silence and mute his music. You know, I do hear people say that when they listen to him, that they can, you know, they think of all this underage sexual acts and stuff, so it's hard for people to listen to the music, but it really is good music though. You know, today I don't even hear any R&B music that really is good anymore. You know, like back in the day, that R&B. So I think it's classic. And even though, despite what he did, you know, they're trying to mute this man. He can't make no money off his songs. It's just sad.
I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, so guys, listen. This here, let me show y'all. Hold on. Let me get over here. Free R. Kelly, boy, shut up. Okay, they say, dear Judge, the government respectfully submits this letter and connect. Wait a minute, before I start reading, let me show y'all what this is. This is from the U.S. Department of Justice to the judge. Hold on. This thing don't want to act right. Some sentencing instructions, what they're trying to get. United States versus R. Kelly says, the government respectfully submits this letter in connection with the sentencing of the defendant, Robert Kelly, scheduled for June 29, 2022. In light of the seriousness of the offenses, the need for specific deterrence, and the need to protect the public from further crimes of the defendant, as well as other factors set forth, the government respectfully submits that a sentence in excess of 25 years is warranted. The government trying to get in 25 years, y'all. Breaking news, the government wants R. Kelly to get 25 years at minimum. Then it goes into the background. Y'all want to read who want to read the background?
The evidence adduced at trial consists of testimony from 50 witnesses, 45 witnesses called by the government and 5 called by the defendant, and hundreds of exhibits admitted at trial. A complete summary of the evidence, including the enterprise, its purpose and methods, supporting each of the counts of which the defendant was convicted, was included in the government's opposition to the defendant's motion of a judgment of acquittal, which detailed factual summaries is incorporated herein by reference.
And as established, y'all to see. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Taylor. My bad.
As established at trial and set forth in the pre-sentence investigation report and its addendum, with the aid of its inner circle and over a period of decades, the defendant preyed upon children and young women for his own sexual gratification. In order to carry out his many crimes, the defendant relied upon his fame, money, and popularity as an R&B recording star, and used the large network of people his status afforded him. Wait a minute, let me back up. Okay, the defendant relied upon his fame, money, and popularity as an R&B recording star, and used the large network of people his status afforded him, including his business managers, security guards, and bouncers, runners, lawyers, accountants, and assistants, to carry out and conceal his crimes. He continued his crimes and avoided punishment for them for almost 30 years, and now be held to account. Generally speaking, generally speaking, the conduct underlying the defendant's crimes of conviction falls within the following 4 categories: indictment of children, sexual exploitation of children through the production of child pornography, forced labor, and exposure of others through unprotected sexual intercourse to an incurable communicable disease, namely genital herpes, without first informing his sexual partners and obtaining consent to sexual intercourse in these circumstances. Indictment of children. As established at trial, the defendant has a long and pervasive history of enticing children to engage in sexual activity, including when they were too young to legally consent to sexual activity. His career as a recording artist and performer took him all over the United States and the world for concert tours, other performances, and events starting in early 1990s, and he quickly took advantage of his access to adoring fans and musical hopefuls who jumped at the chance to meet him. He lured young girls and boys into his orbit, often through empty or conditioned promises of assistance in developing a career in the entertainment industry, or simply by playing into minors' understandable desire to meet and spend time with the popular celebrity. Notably believing rightly for the period of time that his fame and role as a leader of the enterprise made him untouchable. The defendant often engaged in the criminal conduct in plain sight, doing so around and or with the assistance of others. In the 1990s, the defendant sexually abused John Doe number 7, who testified at trial using I don't know that word.
I think that shit. Fake name Angela.
Yeah.
Fake name
Beginning
Angela.
when she was 14 or 15. The sexual abuse began immediately after the defendant met Angela for the first time at his small 2-bedroom apartment, along with at least 2 other girls who were also in high school and with whom the defendant also engaged in legal sexual activity. The defendant sexually abused Angela and the other girls in his bedroom while members of his inner circle were in the living room directly outside. As would become a pattern, the defendant made clear to Angela and the other girls, who the defendant later formed into a girl group, and in case of Angela, employed as a background dancer for his tours. The sexual activity with him was the price of admission to be around him and get access to any opportunity he could provide them within the music industry. As Angela testified, the defendant made clear to her and other girls in no uncertain terms that they would had to pay their dues and engage in sexual activities with the defendant as his direction, and at times for violating the rules. In 1992 or 93, the defendant met Aaliyah Halton, an aspiring singer who subconsciously became his musical protege, and began to sexually abuse her when she was just 12 or 13.
What?
The defendant used his access to young Aaliyah, claiming to need extra time along with her for rehearsal and bringing her on tours to show her the ropes. To carry out his abuse on her, one time he shamelessly sexually abused her by giving her oral sex in the back of his tour bus while others were in the vicinity. faced with the possibility of his abuse of Aaliyah would be made public after he revealed that she was pregnant at just 15 years old.
What?
In August 1994, the defendant gathered members of his enterprise to help him carry out the bribery of the government official so that he could fraudulently and suspiciously marry Aaliyah in an attempt to conceal the abuse and avoid punishment. Not only did the defendant abuse Aaliyah, who because of her untimely death in 2021 airplane crash could not testify at trial, but he made her party to his criminal cover-up scheme, having her fraudulent sign a marriage application using a legal obtained identification to falsely claim she was 18 years old. In September 1994, just days after secretly marrying a 15-year-old Aaliyah, the defendant sexually assaulted a 17-year-old girl identified in the PSR as Jane Doe number 8, and who testified at trial as Addie. After two of the defendant's associates approached her and brought her and her friend backstage to get defendant autograph after a performance. Because Addie was just 17, she was not old enough to consent to such sexual conduct in Florida. Addie was brought to the defendant's dressing room, which was filled with press and other men, where she spoke briefly to the defendant, whom not only provided her autograph on her concert program, but also wrote down his hotel room number about the fact that she was an aspiring dancer. True to form, the defendant mentioned the possibility of an audition, and after learning from Addie that she was 17, had his associate clear the room for everyone except for him. Addie and her friend, within minutes in the locked dressing room, the defendant began kissing Addie and her friend. Became aggressive, moved Addie to one side of the room, held her wrist, pulled down her pants, and penetrated her vagina from behind with his penis.
No.
When the defendant was finished, shocked and scared, Addie ran from the room with her friend. In or about 1995, the defendant met Jane Doe number 9, a 17-year-old girl. A 17-year-old girl at a Florida mall, and thereafter commenced a sexual relationship with her in violation of Florida law. Notably, Jane Doe number 9 contracted herpes during her relationship with the defendant and disclosed her diagnosis to the defendant. At the time of her diagnosis, Jane Doe number 9 was only sexual active with the defendant. In or about 1998, the defendant noticed Stephanie at the Rock and Roll McDonald's in Chicago and had one of his associates approach her, pointed the defendant out, and gave Stephanie the defendant's telephone number. Notwithstanding that Stephanie had informed the associate that she was only 16 years old at the time, Stephanie discarded the phone number and did not contact the defendant at that time. Approximately a year later, when Stephanie was 17 years old, she approached the defendant after learning that he was in a nearby Nike store to see if he was willing to listen to her friend, an aspiring vocalist, sing and potentially help the friend with her career. The defendant told Stephanie that he thought we could arrange that, but he liked to get to know her. And he also said that he likes to cuddle. And it would Stephanie be okay?
I'm sorry.
To which Stephanie responded, yes. The defendant then gave Stephanie his phone number and told Stephanie to call him, which she ultimately did. Thereafter, the defendant invited Stephanie to his Chicago studio, and the two ultimately engaged in sexual intercourse. Notably, the defendant was aware of Stephanie's age, as Stephanie told him she was 17 on either the first or second occasion. She visited the defendant's studio. They continued to have sex over the next approximately 6 months. Stephanie is identified as John Doe number 2, and the third,
It come out sexual
interactions with the defendants were humiliating. Stephanie disclosed those interactions as following. He would be very specific in how he wanted me to be. He would put me in positions that he wanted me to be in. He would tell me that he wanted me. He'd tell me to get undressed, and then he would position my body in a way that he would then say, "All right, I'm going to go, and when I get back, I want you to be just like this." So I would just be completely naked with my butt in the air, and just you guys don't make me
I can't no
laugh.
more. Wait, we gotta stop.
Face down, ass up.
Okay.
No.
Fix it, Jesus.
PP, don't make me laugh.
I'm sorry. Okay, this is. Oh my goodness.
Okay, wait. Okay, he would tell me that he wanted me. He'd tell me to get undressed, and then he would position my body in a way, and he would then say, "All right, I'm going to go, and when I get back, I want you to be just like this." So I would be completely naked with my butt in the air, and just like waiting there for him to come and have his way. Sometimes hours. When the defendant returned to the room, Stephanie was not in the position he had told her to be in. The defendant became very disappointed and angry, yelling at her. At some point, after Stephanie had told the defendant she was 17, and while she remained 17, the defendant took Stephanie to his townhouse and directed her to participate in his creation of a child pornography, videotaping her naked, and he engaged in sexual activity with her. On another occasion, in approximately October 1999, Stephanie traveled to see the defendant in Orlando, Florida. While there, the defendant took Stephanie to a recording studio and used a handheld video camera to record Stephanie's face as his penis was in her mouth.
No,
she was giving him oral sex. In yet another act of humiliation, the defendant ejaculated on Stephanie's face and did not let her wipe it off. Instead, telling Stephanie she had to walk down the hall, a more public area of the studio, to another bathroom to wipe her face. During the course of her time with the defendant, he made clear to Stephanie that she was not permitted to speak to other men. On one occasion, she was at a Houston's restaurant in Chicago with the defendant and two rappers. Stephanie was not allowed to speak to the rappers during the meal, but heard the defendant tell them that he likes young girls and that people make such a big deal of it, but it really isn't a big deal because even look at Jerry Lee Lewis. He's a genius and I'm a genius, and we should be allowed to do whatever we want because of what we give to the world. This evincing his clear belief that he could act with impurity and committing crimes involving minors because of his self-proclaimed musical genius status, which in his mind constituted a free pass to do as he pleased without consequences. In 2005, the defendant spotted Alexis, then just 15 years old, and after one of his concerts, and thereafter began a years-long sexual relationship with her.
A boy?
Lord,
I can't take no more, Taylor.
Wait, what does it say, boy? Listen.
No, we ain't even got to the John Doe yet, child.
Wait, in 2025, the defendant spotted Alexis, then just 15 years old, after one of his concerts, and thereafter began a years-long sexual relationship with her. The same year, the defendant met a teenage boy who testified at trial using a fake name Louis. Then 17 years old, while he was working at McDonald's close to where the defendant played basketball at the time. After the first meeting Louis, the defendant used his status in the music industry to induce Louis to meet with him again. The defendant also groomed Louis with his family, inviting them to a party at his home and having Louis meet him at his home studio in Olympia Fields. When the defendant had Louis alone, he asked Louis, who had dreams of making it as a rapper what Lewis was willing to do to make it in the business. After which the defendant gave Lewis, still just 17 years old, oral sex and video recorded their sexual encounter. Wait, so R. Kelly gave him oral sex?
I can't take no more, Taylor. I can't take no more, Taylor. I can't take no more, Taylor.
Okay, well, let's just finish. Can I just finish this paragraph? Because this is okay.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
It is a lot. Oh my God.
A lot.
On another occasion, the defendant, who also directed a female who Lewis did not know to give Lewis oral sex while the defendant watched. Lewis testified that the defendant made clear to Lewis that sexual contact with him was the prerequisite. You know what I'm trying to say. If Lewis wanted to defend the defendant to help him in the music business. Like others, the defendant promised to help Lewis in the music industry were empty and instead just deployed to entice a 17-year-old boy to have sexual contact with the defendant and others at his direction, and on certain occasions to film that conduct. So he was recording everything too.
Yes, I just cannot believe this. He did it to that little boy. What is wrong with R. Kelly? He is a pervert.
Child, he's sitting in that jail cell right now singing "I Believe I Can Fly." He probably get 25 years. It don't look good. It don't look good. He can try for appeal, but it's a lot. We ain't even got to Chicago. This is just
we only on page number 5. We got 31 pages to go.
We don't have to do these pages. I'm tired. I can't take no more.
It's deep. It's deep.
This is a whole nother video. Just reading it. We're gonna have to just do a whole video where we just start out reading it and just read this, because this is a hot mess.
I just want to be here for when he said he's gonna be dropping some names. He's gonna do a Nino Brown.
Ooh,
he go down, everybody else going down. So I just want to know who all the names that he gonna drop.
Yeah, I want to hear that too.
I'm ready to hear that.
The chat is saying you can't believe what you read. Sorry. They saying y'all all feel a little creepy every time to dance to his songs. He wrote Whitney Houston's "I Look to You" song. Well, I'm feeling creepy about the words I was hearing Taylor read. I mean, not the songs, not the songs. It's these words in this document.
Okay, y'all done with the document?
Yeah, I think we're done with the document. Let me get it out the document.
Well, put a mark so we know where we at.
Wait a minute, where did we stop at? Hold up.
We stopped there in 2029.
Yeah, we're gonna start on, and that is page. What page is that? Page 5. It starts on this paragraph right there, child. Taylor, hey, tune in. Taylor May will continue to read.
Ooh, it's
so
detailed.
I can't read that. I can't read those words. I just can't do it.
Y'all think it's a lie?
All of that cannot be a lie. All that.
The people saying they don't believe.
Y'all think it's a lie?
The people are saying they do not believe it. How do I do a quick poll? See, I don't know how to do them polls all quick and stuff like they be doing. Anyway, do y'all believe it? Look, 1, yes, 2, no. The lies begin on page 5. Okay.
With the boy. Well, I remember them saying there was a girl that he had her dressing up like a boy. Wasn't there a girl?
Yeah, there was one. She had her hair cut and everything like she was a dude.
Yep.
Okay, they say
Beauty and me review these tapes again.
Beauty and me say he's going up for an appeal. His attorney is the truth, and he'll be out. Well, you know, the Nard father say that R. Kelly got Tim Norman got an attorney that R. Kelly has. I wonder which attorney is it. It's not a lie, not at all. Okay.
Yeah, I don't believe all the girls that were on the Lifetime. I just don't.
Andrea freaky for sure. She probably is.
Some of them other ones.
Oh, they say all lies. Please research. Well, I don't know, but the way Taylor was reading it, it sounded real to me. I'm just saying.
I know, right?
And she wouldn't stop reading it, Miss Vicky.
Girl, it was interesting.
It's a sticky
got
situation.
juicy a little bit.
Sticky
I could not
situation.
take no more of that stuff. Oh my goodness.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Oh, it is
PP,
a lot.
you sent me the wrong document. I need that one.
I know. I got to send y'all that one too. I didn't know we was gonna get into it like that.
Yeah,
but
I need a heads up on that one.
Yeah, that one there. Everything they were saying in that second document, those were the things they could not say in court, I believe.
Oh,
yeah.
They couldn't bring them cases into court.
Ooh. Taylor was she was like, wait, let me get to this sentence. Oh my goodness.
Wow. I did hear of the mail though. I
cannot believe they said what Taylor read. It said that a little. I don't even want to go over it again. Never mind.
Okay, because you got to remember, he was sexually abused.
Yes, he
was.
As
a kid by a woman.
Yes, his sister allegedly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody
said, unfortunately, sometimes people that are sexually abused do repeat. Not everybody, but some people do repeat. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
This is all allegedly because we don't know. We just reading.
Yes, this is alleged. Yeah. Well, you know what? That is official court documents, honey. That's why I pulled the court documents. So can't nobody say I'm making them nothing because the feds have charged that, not me.
Yeah.
Take it up with the feds, honey. Take it up with the feds.
And we respect everybody's views and opinions.
You better say it again. Yes, we do.
I just don't think that he would have to go looking for nobody. Them women would come flocking to him. He wouldn't have to go out searching out for no kids. I don't understand.
All he had to do was get down on his knees and grab my hand and sing his little song.
Yeah, and he's fine. You gotta admit, he
on
is
top
fine.
Of that, yes,
he's fine now. And got that Chicago swag. You know, them Chicago folks, they be color coordinated and
but maybe he was just weird. You think?
And they got game too. They got plenty of game. They got go entice nobody young. These old ladies are dropping like it's hot. Shoot.
Somebody say, I think there's some truth to it, but some of it are lies, all because he wanted his masters and leave the record company.
Now that's a conspiracy. I heard.
Yes, it is a conspiracy.
There is a conspiracy that
I think he deserved his masters because he wrote all those songs and sang those songs. Allegedly, who's the church-going woman? Allegedly, his friend even have documentaries stating facts against him. I still listen to his music, though he definitely was a musical genius. I give him that. With the other stuff, I won't stand for.
Yeah, yep. It's the other stuff that's.
Yeah. Man accused of becoming abusers. Yeah. R. Kelly was abused by multiple people. Probably. He knows right from wrong. Yes, he did. Big Mama say they wanted his masters. The 30 years have been up, and he had to sign. What better way for him not to be able to decide?
That's what I heard too. Big Bob.
He deserves his masters, y'all. He deserves his masters. Maybe they just lying. Okay, Lamarcus, you right. Where is Philly Phil's biggest fan? Philly Phil's biggest fan is not the biggest fan. I'm gonna have to let them know. That's what they say about Michael Jackson. He's just weird. My ex was childhood friend. His ass was crazy too. Anita Baker got her master. So what is the problem? Nothing, shouting. Okay, y'all, but I want to say thank you to the ladies on the panel. Thank you guys for joining me, Miss Vicky, and thank you, Taylor Made, for reading that dramatic stuff.
You're welcome.
No,
this was fun, guys.
Yes, it was. Make sure y'all go subscribe to their channels. We got moderators. Miss Kids, are you still out there? Can you drop their links, please, once again?
Thank you, Miss Kizzy.
Kizzy might have said, I want to
hear Kizzy.
But we're gonna go out with this song as we you know I gotta go out with a song, and I like this song. So here we
Dance.
Central Standard Time. We will be live once again with the Sweetie Pies interview from one of Tim Norman's father's childhood neighbor slash acquaintance slash friend. Okay, you don't want to miss it. Gonna have all the tea over here tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. Make sure you guys come back. And also, we will be doing another giveaway sponsored by your girl Kizzy K. Gonna give away a bottle of Rocktown. Okay, somebody gonna get some Rocktown. Can you handle that Rocktown? All right, Taylor dropped off on me. She said, I gotta go. Taylor, you did a great job in reading that. You and Miss Vicky, thank you so much. Cause honey, I wouldn't be able to read. I would have probably just said, forget it. I ain't gonna be able to read some of this stuff. But Taylor did a good job. Miss Vicky did a great job. Thank you to my two beautiful panelists who joined your girl tonight. I appreciate it. Now, I'm going to go out. I gotta play one more song, one of my favorite songs by R. Kelly, honey. Yes, child. So can't wait. I know. Make sure y'all come back tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. Tim Norman, no, we're gonna be talking about Sweetie Pies, honey. And y'all know I've been dropping the videos about Terica, where she professing and confessing, and then and praising. Hey, everybody got their own relationship. Now, I'm not going to even get into all that right now. I better stop because I go too far. But you guys have been watching those videos, so thank you. I truly do appreciate it. Tell a friend to come through for this. Okay. Oh yeah, we gotta finish the R. Kelly too. But tomorrow night we're gonna be doing Sweetie Pies. But then, honey, we're gonna go back to R. Kelly so Taylor can finish reading all that stuff because I ain't gonna be able to do it. Maybe her and Miss Vicky can do it. I gotta send them that information too. I gotta send y'all that information. Well, do it then, girl. Felicia's in the building. Felicia's in the building. What's up, Felicia? Let me take the rest of this shot for you, girl. One time for Felicia. One time for Fifi. Here you go. After all that I just heard, I got to take a shot. Woo. Okay, let me play my song as we get out of here, honey. Here we go. Wait, that's not the one I want to hear. Hold on. This is the one I like. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for joining me, Taylor Made, and Miss Vicky, and the whole chat tonight. We appreciate it. Come back tomorrow night, 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Sweetie Pies. I will be playing the full interview with the childhood friend of Tim Norman Jr.'s father. All right, make sure y'all come back. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all, and thank y'all for getting me to 18K. We almost at 18.2. Won't he do it? Yes, he will. Oh, I love that song, Chocolate Fantasy. Chocolate Factory, I mean. All right, let me get out of here, child. I done took that shot, and I'm ready to go. I'm finna go wake up Tommy. I'm finna go mount up. Now, let me stop. Wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute. Hold up. I want to play a song. Hold up. I want to play another song. Hold on. I want to play this song right here. Rest in peace, Andre, and then I'm out.
Why the fuck these niggas wanna go against the grain? Why the fuck these niggas wanna drop a nigga? I know some niggas.
Look, my panel dipped on me a little too soon. I done gotten a party. Do I need to take this to the other channel? Do we need to go under the shade tree? Now, you know what? This is an 18K celebration for Eat with Philly Phil and more. Shout out to everyone who has subscribed recently, everyone who has been with me through thick and thin, everyone who done came through me through the breakdown. Now, okay, let me stop. Ooh, Let me play a song before I get started, child. Let me play a song. I just want to say thank you for helping me get to 18K. Thank you. You know, when I went back to the Sweetie Pies coverage, you know, a lot of people, you know, you came back. I would hope and I want to one day, to whatever I go live and talk about, I get that same energy. But it takes time. But until then, I'm appreciative for however many people I get, whether it's the 485 like I had with the last Sweetie Pie video or whatever I had tonight. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to work just as hard and do my best to bring you the best information and the most correct information that I can. And then when I'm cooking in the kitchen, a lot of y'all may not have seen me when I'm cooking in the kitchen. Baby, I be cooking in the kitchen, okay? Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Let me play. I got to play another song. I'm not through partying yet. Look, I'm not. Shit, I started this game to get to 18K. I took some beatings. Do you hear me? I took some beatings, baby, to get to 18K. I'm just going to keep it 100 with you, okay? That video of Terica from earlier today was some of the most trifling and ignorant stuff I ever heard of. Who is that? Simply Well, that was about a month before she was arrested. I have one more video. I got one more video. But that was about a month before she was arrested. Yep. Yes, ma'am. It surely was. And she was, I'm not questioning nobody's faith. I can't die for nobody but myself, honey. So hey, it is what it is. But that's what she was saying. Okay. All I know is Travell Anthony Hill said she told him where Andre was. He got there, watched Andre go to her car, then watched Andre leave her car. Then he pulled Andre over and pop-out him, okay? Hey, I'm celebrating my birthday until the end of the month. You better come through. That's right. You're up, Gemini, like my brother, Rio Dog, a.k.a. Wayne, a.k.a. Mario. Hey, Wayne. Yes. We partied at my brother's house, honey. He had him a little impromptu birthday celebration last week. She has no morals, compass at all, or a guilt complex. She needs to just plead guilty. Well, you know, I don't know. I don't ever want to be in that position to have to think about what I would do. I could not ever see myself calling somebody outside knowing they finna get pop out. I just don't know how people, it is what it is. I ain't judging nobody, because judge not lest ye be judged. I'm just reporting the facts, okay? I want to play another song. What y'all want to hear? I want to play another song, child. But yeah, thank y'all for supporting me. Thank y'all for helping me reach 18K. I want to one day get to where my lives are the same as hyped as it is for Sweetie Pies for whatever live I do. That's what I need you guys to do. I need you to support whatever I come on here and do, okay? Support your girl. Don't do me like that. Don't leave me out there hanging like that. Don't leave me hanging. She just needs to plead guilty. I've been checking, honey, seeing if I'm going to see a plea agreement from her in the court system. Nothing yet. But, I mean, I don't know what she going to say. She didn't know. I mean, I just don't get it. But her attorney is advising her, so it is what it is. Andre was killed exactly 5 months from his 21st. Well, I thought he was 21. I thought he was already 21. 5 months after his 21st birthday, he was 21 when he, yeah. It's just a crying sin and a shame. Because Dre was a nice young man. You know what I'm saying? He really was. He really was. Y'all gonna get me to talk about Sweetie Pies. I ain't supposed to be talking about Sweetie Pies. But I know his mom was so happy that somebody got to pay. Somebody gonna pay the Pied Piper. No pun intended. No pun intended. Right, 5 months after 5 months after he turned 21. Okay. Just the crime sentence. And I know he was out partying, that night. He was hanging with his friends in the motel. He was out partying. Everybody smoke a little ooh-wee. That ain't no crime. I bet you can't say Andre went and hired nobody to take somebody's life. He didn't do that. So if he wanted to smoke a little ooh-wee, he can. But he didn't do no horrific crimes. Because if he did, we would have known about it. Trust me, honey. Trust me. Had he done something so horrific, we would know about it by now. Baby, it would have leaked a long time ago. Trust and believe. She's trying to get home to her kids, which won't happen. She should have just copped a plea from the very beginning. It might have happened. But anyway, I want to play one more song before I go, guys, to celebrate me reaching 18K. And it's steady moving because you guys are really watching those videos. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It is looking beautiful. Do you hear me? Thank y'all so much. Y'all, man. The last time I had this much traffic is when I was working on Sweetie Pies and I did the Adrian Slays. Let me say this here. When we debuted the Adrian Slays video live interview, then I know we had technical difficulties. But I had 1,000 people in the chat. Yes. So I know what it feels like to have 1K in your chat. Yes. Shout out to Adrian Slays, because let me tell you, her people, she asked them to come and subscribe to us, and they did. I gained about 700 subscribers from her, and then the chat was reached 1K, 1,000 people. So, having people to support you can really help you. You know what I'm saying? Jerry Lynn, welcome. Okay. Yay, congrats. Yes, honey, I'm proud of my 18K, baby. I'm trying to think of another song I can play. A lot of y'all probably, look, I like rap. I like Ice Cube. I like 50 Cent. You know what? I'm going to play this song by 50 Cent. Some of y'all probably not going to be able to relate to it, but I like it. I do. I really, really do. Hold on. Let me find it. I'm not going to play I don't want the dirty version. No, I don't want the dirty version. Ma'am, not Philly Phil, not a gangster. But I started this gangster. Oh, I just like certain songs, Somebody wanted me to play It's Friday, but who sings the song It's Friday? Who sings that? Can you tell me who sings the song? Because when I typed in It's Friday, so many songs came up. Charles Jones? Okay. Hold on, honey. Let me see if this is it. All right, y'all. Okay, everybody. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I'm finna get ready to go to bed because I'm tired. Yes, thank you. Okay, LaJuan. Thank you. I love the blue. I do too, girl. Oh, I do too. You know what? You just made me think about one. Man, I love the blues. I love the blues. Let me see if I can find one that I like. Let me see. Mr. Bobby. Okay, guys. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. Thank y'all for helping me reach 18K. I appreciate it. Let's get to 19K. See y'all tomorrow night. Later tonight. It's already Saturday, right? What time is it? See y'all later tonight, 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time for the debut of the interview with Tim Norman's father's childhood neighbor. See y'all later. Thanks for joining me. Shout out to my panelists, Taylor Made and Miss Vicky. Go subscribe to their channels. Okay, guys? Thank y'all. Good night.